If you look at the Chinese entertainment industry today, it takes more than just talent to have a powerhouse family background while dominating every corner of the business, from the silver screen to the top of the music charts. In the Mainland industry, or Neiyu, the first actor born in the 2000s to break the 100 billion yuan box office milestone is none other than Jackson Yee. Fresh off his win as Best Actor at the Golden Rooster Awards, the 25-year-old also became the first artist to pull off a grand slam by sweeping the covers of all 13 major mainstream magazines. Right on the heels of his Best Actor win for the film Little Me, Jackson Yee's name has become the ultimate lightning rod for conversation. But just as the applause was peaking, a massive secret was blown wide open by a legendary Hong Kong director, Wong Jing. Hi Tracers, Sean here and welcome back. How have you guys been? I'm so sorry for being MIA for a few days, but don't worry, I spent that time diving deep into the latest chaos currently rocking the Chinese entertainment world. Lately, Jackson Yee is once again at the eye of the storm, but this time it's not just about his insane popularity. It's about a certain scent of manipulation behind the prestigious awards he's been taking home. Is his glittering track record purely a result of raw talent, or is there an invisible hand pulling the strings? We're breaking it all down in today's episode, because you never know how deep this hole goes. The entertainment world is never short on gossip, but when it comes to Jackson Yee, the rumors have been relentless since September. Honestly, there's so much noise surrounding him right now that it's almost overwhelming to keep up. Since the Long incident, Jackson Yee has been dragged into one controversy after another, from issues with his concerts and his family's private affairs to his recent win at the Golden Rooster Awards. This string of events has kept him pinned to the top of the trending topics, with netizens constantly on edge waiting for the next chapter. Then, just 2 weeks after he was crowned Best Actor, legendary Hong Kong director Wong Jing suddenly dropped a bombshell exposing the secret recipe behind how people actually win awards in this industry. So, why is Jackson Yee's victory being linked to backroom deals or manipulation? Is it possible that Jackson Yee, who always seems so polite and dignified, has finally been tainted by the cutthroat, intrigue-filled world of Chinese showbiz? First off, let's take a look at the official statement from director Wong Jing regarding these behind-the-scenes secrets. He sat in front of the camera looking completely relaxed, like he was just catching up with an old friend. Just imagine, Wong Jing has made over 180 films with a total box office of nearly 1 billion Hong Kong dollars. That's the highest record in the history of Hong Kong cinema. As a true master who has spent 40 years weathering the storms of show business, he knows every nook and cranny of this industry, from the rules everyone sees to the dark secrets other artists wouldn't dare mention. Now, during that live stream, as soon as Jackson Yee's name came up regarding his Best Actor win, that's when Wong Jing started spilling the tea without any filter at all. At first, director Wong Jing did show some appreciation for his junior. After all, Jackson Yee was truly dedicated while starring in the film Little Me. In that movie, he played Lu Chun, a teenager born with cerebral palsy. For this role, Jackson Yee made an incredible sacrifice. Imagine, he was already thin to begin with, but he had to lose another 10 kilograms just to look the part. Not only that, to truly understand the daily life of a patient, he actually lived in a special education institution to observe every detail of their movements up close. Word has it, even after filming Wrapped, he had to undergo recovery therapy for half a year. You can really see how deep he dove into his character, right? The hard work he poured into bringing that character to life is undeniable. However, in the middle of all that praise, Wong Jing suddenly shifted the conversation and dropped a shocking new perspective. Wong Jing argued that Jackson Yee's choice to play a character with a disability wasn't a coincidence. A role with such contrasting physical traits and explosive emotions is far more effective at leaving a lasting impression on the judges, ultimately giving him a massive advantage in winning the competition. It didn't take long for the internet to explode. Wong Jing's livestream remarks immediately triggered a massive uproar across social media. However, these acid-tongued attacks and controversial statements are nothing new for the director. Wong Jing once openly gave a stinging critique of Angie Chu. He stated that for an actress like her, acting quality isn't the top priority, it's her incredible charisma and ability to captivate the public's heart. It was a brutally honest statement that was hard to swallow, but behind those harsh words, there seems to be a bitter truth. Her track record, from the Bund to new legend of Madam Whitesnake, shows a very consistent acting style without any significant changes. Yet, her charisma remains unmatched. That iconic smile, those soulful eyes, and her sheer elegance have solidified her status as a classic figure in cinematic history. The entertainment industry is usually filled with people obsessed with maintaining a perfect image. However, a director like Wong Jing, who dares to speak the truth without fear of offending anyone, is a rare breed. Wong Jing's statements act as a mirror to the hidden realities of show business. That's why his critique of Jackson Yee is seen as a rare moment of honesty. In an instant, he dissected the systematic formula often used by actors to target wins at major award shows. Naturally, Jackson Yee's fans weren't going to take this lying down. They felt Wong Jing's comments completely disrespected the struggles of today's young actors. But hold on, Wong Jing wasn't just talking trash. He went even further, exposing an even crazier scandal, the buying and selling of trophies and dark transactions behind the scenes. How is that even possible?
Hey everyone, before we dive into the video, we want to announce that we're launching a brand new segment called Trace Your Story. For this segment, you can send us a real-life story you've experienced, from horror and cheating to crime or any other true story you have. Send us your story at Sean Varel, traceyourstory@gmail.com, using this format. Email subject, Trace Your Story. Story title, Your Title Here. Tell us your experience in as much detail as possible. Feel free to include any supporting photos or evidence if you have them. Optional contact, your WhatsApp number or another way we can reach you for more information. Don't worry, you can absolutely send your story anonymously if you prefer. We'll do our best to create a video and tell your experience. I'm really looking forward to your emails, and who knows, your story might be the very first one featured on Trace Your Story. Don't forget to submit your stories. I'll be waiting and can't wait to read them.
Wong Jing revealed a fascinating fact about his father, Wong Tin Lam, a pivotal figure at TVB and a top-tier Hong Kong director. His father once produced a masterpiece that was a massive hit, both artistically and commercially. With such an overwhelming public reception, it seemed almost impossible for his father not to walk away with the Best Director title at the time. On the eve of the ceremony, his father had confidently prepared his acceptance speech. However, when the envelope was opened, the title went to someone else. That's when the shocking truth came out. The award had been the object of a behind-the-scenes transaction. The irony didn't stop there. 2 years later, while producing a work that was arguably mediocre, his father was suddenly crowned the winner. Whispers began circulating within the industry that the award was nothing more than a form of atonement for the injustice that had happened before. Who would have thought that a Best Director title could be handed over through a simple cash transaction? You might expect Wong Jing to explode in anger. But in reality, he showed an incredible calm, a response that was completely unexpected. He broke down the fundamental differences. The Golden Rooster and Golden Horse rely on a panel of judges, while the Hong Kong Film Awards use a voting mechanism before a final decision by the board. In this cutthroat ecosystem, Wong Jing is no amateur. He's a seasoned veteran. Being well-versed in the numbers game and behind-the-scenes statistics, he understands every loophole and manipulation that can occur in the race for a trophy. Returning to our central figure, Jackson Yee, Wong Jing argued that playing a character with a disability provides a strategic advantage because the drastic physical transformation and emotional intensity are highly effective at winning over the judge's sympathy. These kinds of roles often demand that actors undergo extreme physical changes, even to the point of shattering their original image. While this tactic is recognized as a way to gain an edge in the judging process, Wong Jing emphasized that it's not just a shortcut. Successfully pulling off such a complex role still requires solid acting skills as proof of talent. What Wong Jing revealed isn't an anomaly or an isolated case. It's part of a much broader phenomenon. A similar situation was experienced by Bai Baihe, who openly challenged the award mechanics at the Tokyo International Film Festival. After her lead film, Spring Tree, was knocked out of the Best Actress race, the staff actually told her to go home early and excluded her from the festival's closing agenda. Through a social media post, she slammed the lack of transparency and emphasized that such treatment was an insult to her professional integrity. This incident sparked a wave of discussion regarding the integrity of film festivals and the importance of respecting an actor's dedication. Taking advantage of the momentum, Michelle Ye also shared her own perspective on the true value of an award in the eyes of a professional. Not to be outdone, Michelle Ye also shared a story about her win back in 2010. At the time, the legendary director Johnny Tu told her straight up that the film was basically tailor-made for the lead actor to win. But uniquely, the director already had a hunch that the lead actor wouldn't get anything at all. And guess what? He was right. When the announcement came, it was Michelle who took home the trophy, while the lead actor walked away empty-handed, just as predicted. Michelle even said, "Director Tu is like a psychic. He clearly knows the inner workings of the Hong Kong judging system inside out." Johnny Tu's own principle is simple. A trophy is just a bonus. What matters most is being recognized by the audience and respected by your peers. On the other hand, Hao Lei reportedly took a jab at Xin Jilei on her private social media. She was baffled how could someone become Best Actress in Venice just because of a hair-pulling scene in the film Sun Hanging in the Mid-Sky, especially when it's supposed to be a world-class judging panel. This has fueled speculation about the credibility of such awards. Does it involve the power of capital or non-transparent, shady practices? The public debate is heating up. It's undeniable that in the evaluation process, factors like investment and industry connections are often seen as influencing the final result. However, on an international scale, the dynamics seem different. Figures like Shu Qi and Xin Jilai, who have achieved success abroad, consistently dismiss any notions of scripted scenarios or manipulation behind their achievements. Addressing the various regulations and games played in the entertainment world, Wong Jing observed a phenomenon where young actors are too fixated on awards as a form of self-validation. But for him, a trophy isn't the absolute standard for measuring acting quality. True talent goes much deeper than just a symbol of victory. Even without bringing home a trophy, there are still plenty of actors out there delivering top-tier performances. Let's be real, an award is just a fleeting moment of recognition within the industry. But winning a place in the hearts of the audience, that is what truly lasts forever. Long ago, Wong Jing broke down two opposite paths in show business. One that relies on pure charm and public appeal, like Angie Chu or Gao Yuan, and another that demands constant hard work to overcome a lack of natural-born talent, seen in icons like Stephen Chow or Liu Yifei. So, between acting talent and public charisma, which one matters more? Wong Jing's answer suggests that the two are inseparable. If we reflect on it, in an era where everyone is just selling their looks, earning genuine respect from the audience feels far more enduring than any trophy. What do you think, Tracers? Did Jackson Yee win purely on merit, or is he just a master at playing the system? Drop your theories in the comments below. I don't chase stars, I chase the truth. I'm Sean, and if you're still watching this, maybe you're looking for the same thing I am.